One view, everyone knows the rules. I get to look at an ad one time, and so if it's a good branding, but this isn't a typical one view. We're looking at the Super Bowl commercials. And we're going to rank them. I've been given 6 commercials, and I'm going to rank them 1 through 6. The big difference when we're thinking about the one views and we're thinking about everyday commercials, right? It's going to be in the middle of your favorite show, on-demand content that you're going to be watching, and we're looking at, does it make me remember who you are? How many times do I have to serve the ad to you? Does it make me put my phone down? Does it have unique selling points? And does it have a strong call to action? When we're thinking Super Bowl, we're thinking, was I entertained? And will I talk about this tomorrow? And so we ranked them 1 through 6. So in 6th place, we went with the farmer's dog. The only reason is I have 2 dogs, and any commercial that makes me want to cry in public is never going to get a vote, and I make the rules. So that's why they came in 6th place. It's a great video. It's a Super Bowl commercial. Every asset's going to be great, and I'm talking about them, which means they've hit the spot. It's not a major dog food company either. I mean, they're large enough, but they're not the biggest. And to have a Super Bowl commercial is showing the world, or especially the United States, we've made it, we're there. So that's huge. In 5th place, I went with Elf. And the reason, it's got Stifler's mum in there, which has to rank you higher than 6th. And if you don't know who Stifler's mum is, I assume you're under 35. You didn't really have a childhood if you didn't watch American Pie. I say childhood, I think it's rated R, so you probably shouldn't have watched it under 18. So let's pretend we were all over that age when we watched it. Otherwise, it's the woman from White Lotus. Just her voice is very recognizable, and you're gonna pay attention to it. But again, you're probably already paying attention to the TV. I have no idea what this product is at all, so I don't get it. So that's why I'm gonna rank it 5th. Someone else might rank it higher in the target audience, but again, my rules. In 4th place, I gave Skechers. And the only reason that it's not lower is because I think you'll talk about it. I definitely did the next day, because it's so odd to have Snoop Dogg and Skechers partnering. The shoes I feel like they're going down the Crocs road, where Crocs came fashionable again with like the Justin Bieber collaboration. And so I feel like that's what they're going with. For me, it just shows that Snoop Dogg will basically be part of anything that pays him. I didn't get if it was trying to be funny, but again, I'm talking about it. We're talking about Skechers. I'm never going to buy any, but we're talking about it. So, that's that. In 3rd place, I went with Duncan. And the reason is I think we'll talk about that the next day. Ben Affleck, the Jennifer Lopez one, it was funny. Pay attention to it. So I thought it was a good commercial. I think you will talk about that the next day. And Jennifer Lopez asking for a glazed donut at the end is funny in itself, because there's 0 chance she eats donuts. In 2nd place, it might be an odd one, but I went for Squarespace. And the reason I thought it was perfectly on trend right now, it was a Matrix commercial, and you should definitely watch this one. They use their name constantly throughout, and they're playing on the whole, a website that builds a website. It's playing on that, and we all must have those friends that have been posting about ChatGPT and Microsoft's version that wants to get the nuclear codes and take over the world and become a human. We have all those people. It's on trend right now, and they kept using their name was the hook in it, which I thought was really smart for a company that isn't an everyday brand. And the winner, there's no shock here, it's Tubi. I think all of us looked up when that commercial came on. If we weren't paying attention, we were paying attention. There's no difference. That got everyone's attention. I was sitting at home. I heard the clicks, and I was like, oh crap, the dog's sitting on the remote again. I look up, I realized we didn't even have Tubi TV. Definitely not, and it's definitely a commercial. So it made me smile. I mentioned it the next day. One of the people in the team said, I started yelling at my boyfriend for changing the channel. Another guy was like, my wife started yelling at me for changing the channel. The fact that we're talking about it and why this is so clever is you have people who watch the Super Bowl because they're really into the game. You have some people who are really into the halftime show and commercials, a bit of both. If you're watching the commercials, great, you're already paying attention. If you're not, and you're watching the game, you're now pissed because you think someone's changing the channel. You're now paying attention. Got everyone talking. For me, it's a clear winner, and not just because a connected TV company, and yes, I will always back our own. It's because I thought it was a really, really clever commercial. I think they did a great job. So those are my 6. What do you think?